Are you chopped? It's a question a lot of people eventually end up asking themselves. So in this video, I'm going to help you sit and analyze and just get to the genuine answer. Let's get to the bottom of this. Are you chopped? So first off, we're gonna fix this frame here. We're gonna give you the definitive answer in the beginning, and then we're gonna see how we can change your framework in your brain to help you fix said situation. Are you chopped? So if you've gotten to the point where you have to sit and analyze and say, am I chopped? Life has probably kicked you in the ball so many times. It's giving you so much reference experience that now you have to sit there and genuinely reflect on your life and say, well, am I chopped? Because if you weren't chopped, you wouldn't get kicked in the balls that many times to the point where you have to sit down on a random Tuesday on a couch by yourself, probably stuffing your face in with some fatty food and talking about, am I chopped? So if you've gotten to the point where you're asking yourself that question, the majority of you at least, sometimes there are outliers to the rule, but the majority of you are probably chopped. Now, if you're fat, hairy, super short, have a super high body fat percentage, your maxilla is recessed, you have no jawline, whatever of these categories you may be in, whatever is applicable to you in these certain circumstances. If your hairline is recessed, if you have no hairline, if you actually need to go get a transplant of a hair, if you're obviously, if you're fat, no hairline, it's even worse, you are chopped. Okay, it's I'm not gonna say it's over, but you know for a fact that if you don't do something about it, it will be over. It's damn near over. So the real question you should be asking yourself isn't, am I chopped? Because you probably deep inside already know you are chopped. Life has kicked you in the balls enough. As a guy in life, as a man, life kicks you in the balls and just shows you reality. And you have to adhere to that reality. You can't be a fat bimbo, a random chick that gets with guys above her pay grade and then eventually thinks that that's her level, that's where she needs to stick, and then her ego gets inflated, and all these DMs and all these fucking heart comments from simps that get absolutely no play, like you, randoms that think they're chopped, don't answer the question, click on videos like this, but there is a little separation here. The people that clicked on this video are actually looking to improve, but the majority of these simps that are doing all these bullshit, degenerate acts, they are not looking to improve. So that is where the differentiator, this little line, this barrier goes between you and them. And these people are the inflation. That's what I call hoflation. They are inflating these hoes' egos to levels that destroy society as a whole. That's the main issue here. So now we have random ugly bitches, not even average bitches, ugly fat bitches that think they're bad because for whatever reason they get all this validation online and potentially they've hooked up with people that are somewhat attractive in real life and now they think that's the caliber of person they need to hook up with and need to attract or they could attract, even though that's absolutely not true. And whoever they did attract was just a super, super slow Wednesday for them. It was a slow Wednesday. They had absolutely nothing. They were down horrendous. And then they just said, fuck it. Lakeisha, where's that bitch? Click that shit. Told no one about the interaction. Matter of fact, it's a ghost interaction. You go talk to the person, oh, do you know this? They will deny it to the last day. To their grave, they'll take that shit, right? But then this bitch doesn't know that. She went there on the Wednesday. It was the best day of her life. And now she thinks, oh, I need to hook up with Daquan every day, right? That's the main issue. That's where this problem goes. So as a woman, life doesn't just kick you in the balls. They don't even have balls to get kicked in. So you get kicked in a lot of the times as a dude, and you have to fight real life. You have to just adhere to reality at all times, whereas they don't have to do that. So you have to figure out why you are chopped. Not are you chopped, why are you chopped? And then once you figure out why you are chopped, now you have to figure out how you fixed said choppedness, okay? Because there's this saying a lot of people like to say, they don't eventually do it. They say it, but they usually never really act on it because people are very passive and then they still stay there. So they say, I want to get out the hood, right? I'm going to do this. We're going to get out the hood. I'm going to play ball. We're going to get out the hood. I'm going to rap. We're going to get out the hood, all this shit. But then they stay in the hood forever and die there, right? But the main issue here is that they want to get out the hood. So they have the intention of wanting. They never really apply anything, never do anything about it, but they want to get out the hood. But the problem is, they're not looking deep enough. They're not reflecting inwards deep enough. Saying, well, if I get out the hood right now, I'm struggling as a dude. I'm ugly. I'm fat. I'm all this. I have absolutely no money. If I do get out of the hood and I do get money, I'm probably going to be anywhere from medium to well off. And now I just have money, but I'm not famous. I'm definitely not rich by any regard. And even if I do get rich, I look fat. I'm destroyed. My fucking frame is destroyed. I have 30% body fat. I'm done. But they don't understand that. They don't look that deep. So they think if the moment they escape the hood, now everything's going to be fine. But they don't realize that the fact that they're in the hood full of chop people, now their competition is mid. So they have shit competition, and they can get away with more shit because the competition is so fucked. So the girls that they have in there, the society that they're living with in said hood is just an easier competition to deal with than once they escape the hood, and now they have to compete with the global niggas. They have to compete with the global marketplace, and now they're fucked, right? So when you escape the hood, you're essentially putting yourself in a harder predicament than if you were in the hood to just stay there and rot there as a chop person. So the only way you need to escape the hood is understanding how you escape chopped hood, right? You're chopped, escape that, and then your life's just going to be better when you escape the hood eventually. You understand? If you're in the hood right now, chopped, dealing with chopped people, you can get away with a lot more shit because your competition is terrible. But the moment you get out of there, and now you're competing with fucking Chads and good-looking motherfuckers that are usually richer than you, have better attributes than you in probably every regard, now your competition is just fierce, and you might get dissipated and decimated just based off of that alone. And now your success rates are even lower. So the real question is, how can I stop being a fat piece of shit? How can I stop being chopped? And how do I improve at least my looks? How do I fix that? Right? That should be the real question. Not are you chopped? Why am I chopped? Now, you understand why you're chopped the moment you sit and analyze every single defect that you have. And I'm not talking about small little defects as, oh, this eyebrow is a bit longer than this one. These are small things. That doesn't really matter. But you have to look at the big things. And the big things are face, body, hair. What's wrong with your hair? Is your hairstyle destroyed? What's wrong with it? Is it terrible? Does it match your face? Does it match your face bone structure? What's wrong with your hair? Look at it objectively and say, my hairstyle is good, my hairstyle is bad. Move on. Face. Is your skin destroyed? Is your skin fucked beyond saving? Do you have horrible acne? Are you down horrendous? What's going on with your skin? Is your skin clear? Do you have a bunch of scarring? What's going on there? Right. Figure that out. Fix that. Are you a fat piece of shit? If you're a fat piece of shit, it's just going to translate to other things. Your skincare is going to be bad because you're a fat piece of shit. You eat a lot of fatty foods, and then you're going to have a lot of pimples. Your acne is probably going to be bad. You're probably going to have pimples on your back. You're going to have red rashes in random places. You're going to have a fat face, so you're not going to have a jawline. It's just going to implode and plead in other things, right? It's going to be a main issue. So you figure that out, and you understand that's going to be your main issue. So if you're fat, you have to fix that. That's going to fix a lot of other things. So the moment you start going to the gym, get rid of that fat, lower your body fat percentage to anywhere from 10 to 15%, you're going to see that a lot of your problems just instantly magically go away. And then you're just going to have to start dealing with good shit, with regular shit. Grooming your hair, grooming your fucking eyebrows. If you want to put contacts in to improve whatever, if you want to improve, let's say, your skin tone. For me, it doesn't really matter. I'm black. You don't really need to improve it like that. But for white people, if you want to improve your coloring, put on tan, whatever, do that as well. But generally, the main big fixes will come when you do the physical work, right? Now, once you understand how to tackle these issues and you tackle the big issues first, now you can sit and re-ask yourself that question. Am I still chopped? And then if the question is, well, now I'm not that chopped, now I'm just poor, or, well, now I'm not chopped, I actually look pretty good, I'm just not rich, I have no status, I'm just regular. Now you have to figure out how to improve those assets, those problems, because you're no longer chopped. So the real question isn't, am I chopped? It's, why am I chopped? And how can I unchop myself? The majority of you can get out of chopped hood, but some of you might be done for life. I'm sorry.